I'll give you the volume. So we are doing this pilot in Uttam Nagar. This is actually pictures of Uttam Nagar in Delhi. It's in the West Delhi district.
Wanting to know more, he approaches the authorized customer service point, who also happens to be his next door chemist, who tells him that all he needs to open an account is a mobile phone and an identity proof. The chemist helps him fill the HDFC Bank's account opening form and also explains to him that all transactions are conducted by simply dialing. No hassles of composing an SMS. The authorized customer service point opens his account by simply dialing. Pappu is now a proud account holder of the HDFC Bank's Abhilasha account. He proceeds to make a deposit. To his surprise, he finds that making a deposit is as easy as doing a talk time recharge. The authorized customer service point transfers money to Pappu's account by simply dialing. Sometime later in Bihar, Pappu's father remembers that he needs to buy fertilizers for the crops, so he promptly rings up his son. Pappu promises to send him the money immediately. He transfers the money to his father's account, again by simply dialing. Pappu's father visits his neighboring fertilizer shop, who is also an authorized customer service point, to withdraw the money. His father, who's just number literate, is also able to transact by simply dialing. He is a happy man indeed to receive the money and pay at the shop. Echo Power HDFC Bank's Abhilasha account has touched the lives of over 2,000 customers in Uttam Nagar, from whom the bank has mobilized close to rupees 6 lakhs.
Thanks a lot.
I'm Shashi Kumar, presenting Account Technologies, which is a gaon in Hindi word, which means one village, a gaon. So these are some brief introduction about the company which I will skip on. Basically, we are based in Delhi, and we have regional office in Madurai, Kolkata, and in Port Blair. So some of the areas which we work are micro insurance, microfinance, then agricultural supply chain, enterprise management solutions, and medicinal plants. So these are few recognitions and awards. Yes, yesterday coming here, technology for microfinance. So we have a solutions based on mobile-based application, which is used for helping the SHGs and the NGOs or the institution who is handling them to keep their accounts of this particular SDGs managed by themselves. So here we used to have this two kind of applications. One is a mobile-based solution which collects the data from the rural areas with the help of a field officer visiting all the SAGs or JLG or whatever the group may be. and these data are being transferred to the federation, so-called federation, which is a cluster of some 100 to 150 small groups based on geographical location. So here it is more based on the accounting and bookkeeping of the records of these SHGs and then the federations. So this is the brief architecture that we use. We have a visual code recognizes, the visual code or barcode printed on forms which the SHGs used for their bookkeepings, and these forms are scanned by using a mobile device which runs an application that is installed in it to recognize these visual codes and then act upon based on the visual code instructions. So here we also provide the audio communication as well as the video communication, because these are being used by literate or semi-literate persons. So we provide them in the local languages with support of audio as well as the video. So then the data that is captured is being sent as an SMS to an gateway where it updates the database. So this is how it works, and then the main server, which may be an offline application or online application based on the client need, the reports gets generated and it can be viewed at all the places as required. So again, this is developed on open source. The web-based application is developed on open source application using PHP, MySQL or Postgres. So here, one of the main problem that we faced in this particular technology was most of the rural areas in India are not covered by the network coverage in the mobile operators. So there was a problem when we felt that when we were capturing the data, it could not be sent on the spot. So later we made this application to work for offline coverage area. So making a simple change of having this being dumped to your queue when the user is not in a coverage area, and then whenever he reaches the coverage area, it goes up. So this particular there are similar such kind of problems that we faced, and those some solutions that we have made out. So these are the few constraints and opportunities related to this microfinance field in terms of technological point of view. So some of the systems which are readily available is unable to meet the financial reporting standards, especially mentioned by the RBI, because RBI is very keen in looking after the transactions that is being done from this MFIs or NGOs. So even if they are available, they are expensive and is not able to compatible with the rural scenario or rural environment where you could not get a proper power or you cannot get proper coverage and so on. So again, in terms of enabling the financial services, the banks do not have their branches in those villages or remote areas simply because they don't want to invest if there is nothing much return they can get from that particular branch. So hence we use this, we have tried to use this mobile device as a mechanism to connect these two things and then deliver the